Hey, what's going on? It's Jacob. So I just did a live over in my private Facebook group where I spoke about 3 strategies that you can start doing today if you want to do affiliate marketing, but you want to do it anonymously. You want to sit behind the scenes of the business. You don't want to build a personal brand. You don't want to do YouTube. You don't want to do a personal brand at Instagram. You don't want to run a Facebook group. All those things that require you to be more of the leader and the public figure in your business. There's still really lucrative ways that you can do affiliate marketing from behind the scenes. So I just did a live in my private Facebook group talking about that, and I wanted to share it with you all here on YouTube. That's ultimately how I got started. Actually, was I started out with a blog back in the day because that fit my situation at the time. I don't do that anymore. I've progressed more to the personal brand and stuff because I enjoy it more, which is a really important part, and I cover that in the video. It's around finding the strategy that fits your situation. But I can totally empathize with the people who either cannot or do not want to build a personal brand. So I wanted to share 3 strategies in particular that you can get started with. They're all really, they're all really similar to the personal branded path. It's just that you've got to tweak some things to make them fit the situation where you're not going to be the face of the brand. So we're going to talk about those 3 things in this live video. So I'm going to cut over to that now. I hope you enjoy it. If this is your first time here and you haven't already, be sure to click that big red button and subscribe. Click the bell icon so you get notified whenever I drop a new video, and smash the like button if you get any value from this one, and leave a comment as well below and I'll get back to you. We're going to cut over to the video right now, and I hope you enjoy it. I'll talk to you soon. What's going on, everyone? It's Jacob jumping on for a live today. Hope everyone's doing really, really well. If you're jumping on, make sure you drop a hashtag live, hashtag replay. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from. Smash the heart button so we can get more and more people to see this content. And just drop a comment if you're hopping on so I can see who's around. Just trying to find the remote control for the air conditioner because it's getting a bit warm in here. Hope everyone's doing really, really well. Wanted to jump on and do a live. I just put a post up on my profile about a couple of strategies if you want to do affiliate marketing in 2020, but you want to do it anonymously. I talk about a lot of strategies where you need to put your kind of face out there, where you're building a personal brand, you use your profile, your group. I do a little bit on YouTube, not so active on Instagram, but I know there's people out there who either can't do it publicly or don't want to, which is totally cool as well. You know, you've got to find a strategy that fits your situation. You've got to find a strategy that represents a path that you can really go all in on. And if you've got massive holdups about putting yourself out there, there's a fine line between stepping outside your comfort zone, but also doing something that you really, can go all in on. So that's what I wanted to talk about for all of our friends in the community that want to do affiliate marketing, but they don't want to go fully public with it. I wanted to arm you with some strategies. I just put up a post on my profile about this, so I thought I'd jump on and do a live about it. Awesome. We got a few people dropping on. Ava, Tommy, Pierre. Hope you're all doing really, really well. It's 1:30 in the afternoon here in Australia, so it's a beautiful sunny day. Wanted to hop on and do a live. So 3 strategies that you can use if you want to do this anonymously, okay? The first one, which despite popular dialogue in the market from time to time, is blogging, right? Blogging is absolutely not dead, despite what some people say. Blogging is an amazing way to generate passive income once you've done the work initially. So it's not just you never do the work. You actually do the work initially, put the content out there, and then you've got this evergreen asset, kind of like real estate. One of my good friends who's in this group, who actually lives not too far from me, who I got into the affiliate marketing world, started out blogging, and he's just hit 10,000 views in the last 30 days. But he's been grinding on his blog for a year, okay? It doesn't happen overnight. It takes long-term commitment. It takes work to make it happen, but it absolutely works. He's building an email list, the monetization starting to really ramp up. I actually closed a sale for him on the phone the other day from his blog. So it's generating buyers. It's really, really awesome. You got guys like Greg Jeffries who are just crushing it with the passive income on the blogging world, and Kevin Holloman. Like there's so many people that do well with blogging, and Chris Fong. It's a massive opportunity, but it just takes the time to stick it out. It's not going to happen as fast as some of these other strategies may happen, but it's great for people who are patient. They're willing to sit there and take the time. They enjoy the process of writing. They enjoy the process of putting the content together and optimizing it. They're probably a little bit more of a techie person. It's a great way to do it. And then once that asset is there, it can make you money over and over and over and over and over again. Really, really, really cool. That's the first option that you've got. Okay, start a blog. You can go in many different ways. You can put out value-based content, build a list that way, and then market to the list. You can go really heavy on reviews of different products, and then either push people to monetize that product that you're reviewing, or push people to monetize like a recommendation of yours. There's a ton of different ways that you can go about it. But the point of the matter is, blogging is not dead. Blogging is still a fantastic opportunity for the people who have got the appetite and the patience to wait it out, and you'll be rewarded really, really well for it. You can watch, tons of videos on YouTube about how to start a blog, how to optimize your content, what affiliate programs are out there. You can go and do that for super cheap. By the time you get a domain, some hosting, maybe a couple of plugins for your WordPress site, you're looking at like $100, under $100. And then it's just a matter of putting in the time, showing up every day, putting the work in, and making it happen. So that's like the first recommendation in terms of doing affiliate marketing anonymously. And it's a super, super low cost option, but it takes time. Okay. That's your first one. The second one that you've got is you can still go down the paid marketing path, despite that, mostly people seeing that from a personal branding perspective. You can still go down the paid marketing path if you've got the skills and if you've got the budget and the appetite to really test. You just do it from behind a branded page, behind a branded Facebook page, right? You can still run ads. You can still build an email list. You can still build a ManyChat list. You can still do all of those same things. You're just doing it from behind a brand. You just have to tweak the content a little bit that you put in your ads. Obviously, you wouldn't have a photo of yourself in the ad. You could use stock photos, which can still work. You just source images and creatives from other places, but you can still use it to do all the same things: build up a list, build up an audience, build up retargeting audiences if you do video, all of the same things, and then market to them and monetize that way. Same over on Instagram. You can do it both, which is the third one, is you can do it both with organic, build up a branded Instagram page, or you can do it with paid marketing. Try and grow, an audience with influencers and stuff like that, and then monetize off your bio, and also monetize directly from ads from a branded Instagram page as well. So there's still a ton of opportunity out there if you want to do this anonymously. All that you've really got to do is just tweak the strategy slightly. And one of the reasons that I wanted to do this is because the vast majority of time in this group, we talk about stuff related to more personal branding. That's because that's just what I focus on mostly these days. But I wanted to make sure I'm not neglecting the people in here that don't want to do that or can't do that, because I can absolutely empathize with the people that can't do it, because when I first got started, I was in that exact same situation. My job wouldn't let me do it. And so I had to start out blogging. And you've got to find a strategy that fits your situation. You've got to find a strategy that fits in well with where you are in life financially, with the amount of time that you've got, with how aggressive your goals are, how short your short-term goals, your long-term goals, what your job may or may not allow. All of these different factors play into the strategy proponent, and I talk about this when I'm on the phone to people, of matching the right strategy to the right person, because that's going to create the path of least resistance. And when I say the path of least resistance, I don't mean taking the easy way out, because none of these ways are easy, right? They all take time, they all take work, they all take commitment, and they all take massive consistency. But you can definitely go down a path with less or more resistance based on who you are as an individual, and increase the likelihood that you are going to be consistent with it. I think that is really, really important, is matching the right strategy to the right person. Now, you need to self-audit and pick the strategy that's best for you. You can seek advice from people, you can post in groups, but ultimately it's really up to you to pick the strategy that fits your situation the best. And you've got to be honest with yourself about where you're at with things, what your goals are, how much time you're willing to commit, how patient you're willing to be. All of these variables play into it. But it comes back ultimately to the same recommendation that I make over and over and over again. If you go down the personal branding path, or you go down the path of wanting to do this anonymously, is pick one and just really, really focus on it. Pick one platform for the next 3, 6, 12 months and just really, really focus on it, because that act alone, that consistency alone will put you so far ahead of most people online who in that same 6 to 12 month period will jump around between 5, 6 different strategies. And they'll never give that one thing the time to build up the compound effect. The compound effect of all of that effort and energy is what will cause the breakthrough. The breakthrough will build the momentum, will build your confidence, which will mean everything just becomes easier, and it snowballs, and it just builds and builds and builds in momentum. But those breakthroughs can only happen with the consistency, and the best way to develop that consistency is to focus on one thing. So regardless of if you go down any of these paths of anonymous strategies or paths where you're developing a personal brand, it all comes back to the same point of just focusing on that strategy and doing it over and over and over again until you have those breakthroughs. And that's when momentum will really start to build, because if you can do it once, you can do it twice, you can do it 5 times, you can do it 10 times, and so on and so forth. And then when that strategy is running nicely, then you can look at adding different layers. So for example, the gentleman I mentioned before, Kieran, he just hit 10,000 visitors a month in the last month on his blog. Now he's going to start a Facebook group because he's got that process really dialed in over the last 12 months, that he knows he can take on another strategy without it jeopardizing the effort and the time that he's put into building up that blog, because it's second nature to him now. It's just a process that he does. It's become part of his routine after that amount of time of consistency. So now he can take on and handle, and now he's actually going to mix the two. Now he's going to have the blog where he kind of sits behind the scenes, and he's also going to have the group where he's more public and it's more personal branded focus. So you can definitely mix and match the two. The core point of this live was to just share a couple of strategies for anyone that's out there that is maybe thinking that, they probably see a lot of stuff on Facebook around building a brand and doing all that kind of stuff, because that does work really well. But there's still options and still strategies if you want to sit behind the scenes. Either do a blog, either build up a business page on Facebook, focusing on building your email list or a ManyChat list and monetizing that way, or go and build up a branded Instagram page. They're really your main 3 options that you'll probably want to explore if you want to go down the path of doing the affiliate marketing stuff anonymously. Again, regardless of what path you go down, the success of it's ultimately going to come back to your ability to be consistent with it. And then when it's rolling nicely and when the results are coming in and it feels like you're in the groove, then you can look to add other layers. And that's when you'll really start to see the growth and the compound effect and all that cool stuff that comes with that. So hopefully that's helpful. If there's anyone out there that's kind of stuck in limbo land and isn't sure which path to go down, I think you need to self-audit. You'll really know in your gut which is the right way for you to go at the moment. There's a big difference between going the path of sitting behind the scenes because you're just outside your comfort zone at all. Because honestly, even the anonymous path is going to require you to step out in terms of learning new things and putting in extra hours and doing all that kind of work. There's a difference between just not wanting to step outside the comfort zone and genuinely self-auditing and going, no, I'm really not the type of person that should be building a personal brand. I should be sitting behind the scenes and pulling the levers and doing the more techie stuff that that I want to do, right? Play to what you enjoy, your strengths, your situation, and it'll make the strategy flow a lot better, which is just going to build momentum faster. But that ultimately comes back to you being honest and kind of self-auditing your situation and then picking the strategy that best fits for you. Hopefully that's helpful for you all. I appreciate the people that jumped on and listened. Aaron, Kyle, awesome. Appreciate you guys hopping on. I'm gonna head out. My sister's coming over with her new little baby who was born a couple of months ago. So we're gonna hang out, maybe go down the beach, and go for a walk along the beach or something like that. So I appreciate you all hopping on, and I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers. Hey, what's going on? We're back. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you got some value from it. If you're looking for a way to do affiliate marketing anonymously, pick one of those three, go all in, and just go really, really focused on it for the next 3, 6, 12 months, and you'll do really, really, really well. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, click the big red button, and click the bell icon so you get notified whenever I drop a new video. Smash the like button as well if you enjoyed this video, and drop a comment below as well, and I will get back to you. Hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you on the next one.